Good morning, it's Bruce Phares here with Windermere Real Estate in Seattle, and it is the 4th of April, and it is a Saturday, so we're not going to get into the stocks or the interest rates. I'll just talk about what happened during the week. They were fairly volatile, moving up and down throughout the day, and we had 362, 350, jump as high as 3.8, and then calm back down to 3.5. Let's take a look at the stats for the week, and we want our highlighter here. Looking at the newly actives, they had kind of come back up a little bit. The higher numbers, obviously, the big surges we had just before the shelter in place here in Seattle. We had these the week before, and then we had these the 2 days prior to the Thursday of the shelter in place. And nobody really knew what things were going to look like. And then the governor, if I can say that correctly, went ahead and let us know that we could be sort of what we call semi-essential. And I think there are agents out there showing. We've certainly seen that with listings we've got. So that's a 7-day volume has clearly and steadily declined from a high of 2.08 here, coming down to 96. So that's half of that. Pending inspections, they've just been hovering under 5 the entire time. So that's pretty typical per day, which keeps this number fairly constant and has kind of done the same thing for the totals. For the pendings, somewhat similar. Here's a little bit over 5, but mostly under 5 here since this last day. Highest for the year was, again, right before the shelter in place the week before, 25 per day. Same here for the 6-day off market. Highest volume day of 6-day off market transactions, 20 of them on the 17th, the week before. And here, right there, is this it? Yes, that is our day that is our day of shelter in place. The purples mean that was the highest number before we started declining. I'm actually going to take those out really soon because we're starting to get some high numbers again, which is really kind of surprising. I guess the highest numbers really I should be looking at this way is in the actives, not actually independents. We're seeing those going down, of course. 307 highest per year for total of 6-day off markets. In the total pool of them, and now we're down at 252, 96 for a 7-day, down to 28. That's a fairly significant drop off of those 6-day off markets. Ratios, I'm not too concerned about at this point. It's not relative to a market that isn't really what I'll call a light of day market, but 60%. The pending inspections that are going off market are at 60% of those that are newly active on a weekly basis. The pendings and pending inspections that are in relationship to actives in the total pool is 93%, down from 134 up here. Our 6 days and 6 days, so 6-day percentage of total pending inspections has been hovering right around 50%. After a year high at 71%. And interestingly, that 71% relationship of 6 days to pending and pending inspections happened after I have got this correct. There's our Thursday, and that's when it took place. So those were just really bombing in there at that point in that couple day right around the shelter in place, and then our 6-day off markets in relationship to newly actives. That's when newly actives dropped drastically, and so on a weekly basis, those 6 days did that. Northwest Mkt Watch, they do a similar set of searching, and they're showing 169% pending to new active relationship, which is really interesting. So with that, I'm going to leave you with this. There's not really much else to talk about. It's Saturday. This is a 30-second sunrise from the east shore of Maury Island, which is a connected island to the Vashon Island, and Vashon Island is part of the Seattle Puget Sound region. It's just off of Seattle, just a little bit to the east, in the middle of the water. Beautiful, beautiful island, and we are sheltering in place at our getaway down here for the duration. So here is what it looked like to see the sunrise from this morning. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of sunshine there. And here's where we are. Let's go. I'll show you where Vashon Island is here. This is the Seattle area. If you're out of the region, and here is Vashon, and this is a little isthmus here that crosses here, and there is the Maury Island, and that's where our getaway is located. A little bit of history here. I'll give you this and call it quits. This was filled in by young Corps of Engineers. This used to be an opening, and in the 1800s there was a dramatic battle that took place here between a couple of different Indian Nation tribes, and the person who was overseeing it and strategically more intelligent or more successful later became Chief Seattle of fame that Seattle is named after. So that is the actual spot where the battle took place. I can't remember. All right, I'll quit rambling here. I hope you guys are safe and well and happy, and we hope that you stay that way as I stumble on my words. Take good care.